Hi. Okay, first, ignore the rattling you might hear. That would be my washing machine and my dryer. Because I'm doing laundry. It's my day off, and I'm actually doing stuff I'm supposed to be doing. Um, and the big reason for that is because this is my first official week finished with Vyvanse. 2 weeks ago, on Friday, it'll be 2 weeks on Friday because today is Wednesday the 4th. Yeah, Wednesday. I went in to the doctor for, I thought I was getting anti-anxiety meds because I've been having lots of panic attacks just randomly out of nowhere, just freaking out. Not like the super, super bad ones where, you feel like you're freaking out, like where you feel like you're having like a heart attack and you're going to die and all that. Not those kind, but just all of a sudden the heart just going, woo! And I can feel my heart skipping beats, and it was just full on anxiety, and it was just becoming too much. I was panicking over everything. I was starting to feel unsafe behind the wheel. I was just becoming overwhelmed, and I just didn't want to do anything because I was scared I was going to have a panic attack. And I just making my lists and stuff, and looking at these lists were just causing issues, causing a lot of anxiety. So as I'm talking to my doctor about this, well, actually, it was the nurse that was signing me in. She's like, while we're waiting for the doctor to come in, we're going to go ahead and have you fill out an ADHD questionnaire. And I was like, I wasn't surprised because I have a lot of, you do those, you look at the symptoms of ADHD, and I'm like, do. And I had all of them. So I filled out the questionnaire, and I got my diagnosis of ADHD. Between the ages of 12 and 15, I had a lot of issues with, they thought, originally I was diagnosed as major depressive, so they put me on antidepressant meds. Well, as a teen, I became one of those, statistics. I attempted suicide. So, yeah, that was fun. Basically, it was just a handful of pills, and then the next day I told my parents. Because I didn't want to die. The most I would have had of maybe some minor organ damage, and this is coming from the doctor himself, is that most likely all I would have had was some minor organ damage. But the fact that I came forward and said, hey, I did this, and I'm scared now because I don't want to die. I didn't want to die when I did it. But so I was put into a hospital for almost, I think it was close to 4 months, if I'm remembering correctly, because that time period is like a major blur to me. But in that time period, I was diagnosed as bipolar. Talking to my doctor when I got my ADHD diagnosis, they said a lot of teens were being diagnosed back then. This is back in the early 90s. Way early 90s, because I was 13. So yeah, this was like early 90s. That they were diagnosing teens with bipolar instead of ADHD because ADHD wasn't a really well-known thing, and they was usually being diagnosed for littler kids. Littler kids were getting the ADD and the ADHD diagnosis. Like my brother got the ADD, which has been upgraded to ADHD. My nephew has ADHD. But that diagnosis, because of the possibility of mania, meant when I got put on meds, which I'm on Vyvanse, currently on 20, tomorrow I start 30 milligrams. Because of that diagnosis of mania, though, I'm being pretty closely monitored. I have to talk to the doctor on the 20th and see how things are going, and working on steady doses. I'm not allowed to have any caffeine until everything's done. So, and it causes like major dry mouth for me. I already have issues with dry mouth, but this causes like major issues with dry mouth. And I have sensitive teeth, so I have to buy like bottled water and leave it like room temperature so I can just guzzle. And when I say guzzle, I'm like finishing like half this bottle sometimes in like one sitting. or not one sitting, but like one drink. I'm like, guzzle, 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 guzzle. So I'm having to get, this is 24 ounces. I'm having to get the 24 ounces or the 1 liters and stuff like that. It's crazy how much. I'm still not getting all the water I'm supposed to get, because when I stop, the med starts to like lose its, taper off. I'm not as thirsty, and my brain is like going, hey, you don't need the water now. But in this past week, things have definitely changed. Yesterday was the first time I came home from work and needed a nap. But I've been working morning shifts every day, almost 2 weeks now. Except for 2 shifts were night shifts. And that was like one of those night shifts went from closing to opening. So it's like, oh boy, did I need some sleep. So I've also been having issues with the sleeping, because I had to learn when to take the med. I have to take it by 7:30. If I take it past 8 o'clock, I'm not sleeping the next day or sleeping that night at all, unless I drink. And I'm trying not to. And I'm not saying like, I drink to get drunk. I drink just because I have it here. One of these, and that's enough for me. And I'm just like, poof, out. And I wake up fine, because I'm trying not to take sleep aids. I know alcohol's not any better, but at least I can control my reaction with that. I know how I wake up with those. And I've had a 6-pack of these last like 2 weeks. So it's not like I'm an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. I even got asked that because I had a thing for my wisdom teeth. And they're like, do you drink a lot? I was like, I can count on one hand how many times I got drunk, and how many times I've been drunk and not use all my fingers. Literally 3 times in my life have I been drunk. One was a Halloween party. One was the day before Thanksgiving, and it was my first big one with my and then a friend's coming out party. That was the last time I was drunk, and I'm not going to get that drunk ever again, because I was puking on the side of the road. Not driving. Husband drove me home. As you can tell, I'm speaking a lot faster, and I'm a little jittery. I haven't really been up and moving. I've been doing stuff on the computer that I haven't been able to do because of all my morning shifts. So I'm catching up on that. So I'm not moving a lot, which is what helps my body. I'm trying to think of the word. Metabolize the meds, I guess I should say. I haven't really been able to work out because I can't take my Energize, which is my pre-workout, because I can't have caffeine, and that has a shit ton of caffeine in it. So working out has been a struggle. I've been seriously on the struggle bus, and I want to do it, but I'm just like, I feel ugh while I'm doing it, and it's just how my body is reacting to the meds right now without caffeine. I haven't had any sort of caffeine except for chocolate. I'm not counting chocolate. There's not enough caffeine in that to really affect things. But, like, I'm like wanting a cup of coffee so bad. And I don't even really, not a big, huge fan of the taste of coffee. But I'm wanting coffee, which is, I don't know. I think it's a social thing, because coworkers and friends and stuff all drink coffee. But we also have like sodas in the house, and I'm just like craving one, which is kind of making me think I might have a slight caffeine addiction. But part of that is I was self-medicating for the ADHD with caffeine. I could focus when I had soda. But I'm also noticing other changes because not having all the soda. But I need to work on my sugar. But so this first week has been interesting. The first day, I thought oh my God, it was crazy. I was shaking, and I was just, my heart rate was between 140 to 160 beats almost all day, standing, doing that. So I let every boss know I mean, I went from the top all the way down to like the lower bosses. Like we have like our main manager who's over like the whole department. I let her know. I let my boss know that's over me. I let my boss know that's over my former position that I still sometimes do. I let our two main supervisors know, who both had the best reactions with actually every single, the fuck, I'm getting choked up. All of them. Everyone. Why am I getting choked up at this? But everyone everybody I work with, family, everything, have been so supportive over this. And it's been amazing. I don't know why I'm crying. This is ridiculous. Why am I crying over this? But my husband has been amazing. He's seeing a difference. Yeah, there's still, I'm like, nope, not doing anything. Like yesterday, I came home and did like a couple of things. And then from 5 until 7 o'clock, well, 6:30 this morning, I was on and off asleep. But that was, one thing is I think I'm becoming slightly anemic. TMI. New IUD. It's readjusting itself, and so things are a little bit different there. I also did, see if I can get this to work. See if I can see the history. Oh, it closed it. I did like almost 60,000 steps in 2 days working. Monday I did the floors, which I was expecting because I switched with a coworker for that. And she did one shift, she did my shift and I did her shift. So I was expecting floors. That wasn't that big of a deal. And yesterday I go in, find another coworker called in. So I had to do floors again, which ironically was busier, but I did less steps. But the reason I did less steps yesterday was because I also didn't go to the gym. Monday I went to the gym. That's what I'm saying. It's like struggle bus. Usually I'm like, well, part of it was I cleared cache in my phone and I lost like some, not saves, but I lost some of essential files for my running program that I do. And it was taking forever for this stuff to download. And I'm like, I gave up. And so I was frustrated with that, which made me frustrated with my run and just didn't turn out to be very good. But, so yesterday I was just exhausted and I went to bed. My body was saying, rest. I've been like, because of these meds, I've been go, 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 go. If I'm not physically going, my brain is going, and it's not that it's going like this, it's going, doof, and then it's going, doof, doof, doof. I'm focusing, but I'm focusing so much that I'm doing too much, too fast. But the good thing is I got this. I'm going to have to spread it some so I can be able to. Woo! I'm going to do it this way because we can do it with my hand. But it's not going to. There it is. It focused on it. Irony of that word. Because I was talking to that. Because everybody's asking, because I've been wearing it. I have to, because when I work the floors, I can't have anything on my wrist. So I pulled the string all the way up and I pull it up here, which for me means I do this and I'm able, and the word is focus. My word of the year was focus. And everything just melded together to make this work. It's like, I'm like, I just need to focus. Like I'm always saying, I don't have enough focus. I can't stay focused on things. And so I was like, this is my word this year. And I felt so strongly about that word like I did the year I chose happy. And it worked out. Happy worked out perfectly. I was like wanting to go back to happy. But I'm like, no, I need a new word. And so I'm going to focus. And it's just worked out. And then now I'm focusing. I know it looks like I don't focus because I have a Band-Aid on my finger, but that's from a cart. That was me focusing on what I'm doing and went like this to do something. Anyway, It's not that big of a deal, just a couple layers of skin. But anyway, losing focus. So I stopped hitting that. But no, I didn't. Okay. Sorry about that. That looked like the screen looked like my computer crashed. Oh my god, why does this thing keep going off? It keeps losing Bluetooth. My Garmin keeps losing Bluetooth. But first week of Vyvanse, totally on 600 different subjects. I want to hopefully do these until I'm like on my study doses, and then maybe do like a monthly update just to see how things are going. But this was my first full week with it, and I up it tomorrow. And then I'm going to up it. She thinks I'm going to between 40 and 50. That was weird. Between 40 and 50 milligrams is what she's thinking I'm going to be at, which means like by the time I go to her on the 20th, I might already be there, and I'd be like, no, we're going to stay here. My nephew is on the highest dose that they make, which is 70 milligrams. I've met a few adults with it, but this for me is, I think, the best thing I've done for myself, besides what I'm doing the 17th, which is I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed. So there won't be an update on the 18th. One thing is, it's my husband's birthday. There wouldn't be an update anyway, which is when I'm supposed to start the new meds, because one, I won't be taking a med on Tuesday. Not supposed to. Already been told by the doctor not to take that. And then Wednesday is, like I said, my husband's birthday. The 19th, we have orthodontic consultations for the kids. That's going to be fun. So what I'll probably do is the update the 20th, depending on how I feel, after that follow-up appointment, because she wants it within 30. She wanted it within 30 days. Within 30 days of starting the meds would have been like the next week, but it works out good because my husband can go to this appointment because he's off that all whole week. And that's the reason I chose. I feel so bad doing that appointment during his birthday, the week of his birthday, especially the day before. But he's on vacation that whole week, and if I didn't do it then, the doctor is only there mostly on Tuesdays. I wouldn't be able to have my next appointment until June. I wouldn't be able to get these out until June, and they hurt so much right now. I mean, it's like aching right here and up here where they're at, and I can tell you where they're at. They're like right there. Right there, and right there. They're actually these two up here are straight down. This one, they used to be like this, but they put, when I was at 18, I got spacers put in that I took out. I wiggled out within like 3 months because I can't have things in my mouth, which is, I'm like, if I do anything, I have to do Invisalign. I'll end up slicing my tongue up if I have like metal braces. But it helped, actually. It did straighten up these wisdom teeth, which I think that's kind of what's causing all these. I didn't have any of this pain with my wisdom teeth, but it's been worse lately. Especially since I started wearing a night guard, which is forcing me to. It forces my teeth to stay in one spot. Randomly losing focus. Okay, camera's losing focus. The computer's going crazy. I've got messages. on my phone. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this now. I would say cut this short, but not short because it's almost 20 minutes long. But if you want to see more, hit the like button. Feel free to leave comments below. Do you have ADHD? Do you take meds for it? Anything? I guess if there's any questions, feel free to ask them below. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you at least sometime next week. Bye.